Okay, YouTubers, welcome back to Star MTG. This is our second game of the Nissa versus Nixilis dual deck playtest. To recap, the mono black deck of Nixilis won the first game. It was a longer drawn out game than what we thought. We switched decks, so now the boy has the black one and I have the green one. And we'll go and get started. We already rolled to see who goes, or see who gets to choose about play or draw. And the boy won again, so he gets to choose play or draw.
I'll play.
And he'll play. So this is going to be best 2 out of 3. So if Ob wins this next one, then we won't do a game 3. If Nissa wins, then we will do a game 3.
I'm going to play Quest for the Grave Lord. It's an enchantment. Whenever a creature dies, you may put a quest counter on. Put a quest counter on Quest of the Grave Lord. Remove 3 quest counters from Quest of the Grave Lord. Sacrifice it and put a 5/5 black zombie giant creature token onto the battlefield.
Already.
And I'll end my turn.
Alright, I'm going to play Kalani Gardener. It's a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. When Kalani Gardener enters the battlefield, put a 0/1 green plant creature token onto the battlefield. And I'm done. So dual decks can be fun, especially if they're evenly matched. Like Eldrazi versus Zendikar was not evenly matched. Zendikar was pretty weak compared to Eldrazi. So we'll see how this one goes. Untap, draw a card. Can cast Thornwield Archer. 2/1 Elf Archer with Reach and Death Touch. And pass turn.
Pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to pay Mosswort Bridge. It's a land. It has Hideaway. That means that this land enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library. I can add 1 forest to my mana pool. I can pay 1 forest, and you may play the exile card without paying its mana cost if creature you control has total power 10 or greater. So that is interesting. Okay, so look at the top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exile 1. And put the rest of the bottom. And 2D.
Done?
Yep. I'm done. Score 20 versus 20 to 18. Nissa up. How many cards you got in your hand?
Pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Civic Wayfinder. It's an Elf Warrior Druid. It's a 2/2. When Civic Wayfinder enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you do, shuffle your library. And a little magic tip. Whenever you have the opportunity to shuffle your opponent's deck, do so.
As you mentioned in the last part.
Yep. Okay. Always a good tip. What if they were looking at the second game first instead of the first game?
Just saying.
And 2D. And I'll play land. I'll do that. And pass turn. Alright. 20 to 16. Nissa up.
Play Innocent Blood. Each player sacrifices a creature. I'll pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Briarhorn. It's a 3/3 elemental creature. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. So this is going to be
5/4.
a 5/4 for now. And 5D. Okay. And the combat phase in turn, it goes away.
How would you imagine that?
20 to 11. Nissa up.
Feature Demp. 1/2 with flying. I can pay to give it death touch until end of turn.
Okay.
Or past turn.
So it looks like the boys having a little problem, a little mana drought going.
Very well could cost me the game.
It happens. Let's see, that card was upside down.
Great way to untap.
Untap upside down, yes. Okay, I'm going to cast another Briarhorn. That's going to be a 6/6. And 8 to you.
I will block the archer.
So 6 to you. And I'm done.
I will remove 3 quest counters from Quest of the Gravelord and sacrifice it to put a 5/5 zombie giant onto the battlefield.
Okay.
And I'll play a Despoiler of Souls. It's a 3/1. Despoiler of Souls can't block, but I can pay to exile 2 other creature cards from my graveyard and return Despoiler of Souls from the battlefield, or from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay.
I'll end turn.
That's interesting. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to cast Guilt Leaf Seer. You know what that is from the last game?
I want to explain to the people who, as you put it, just tuned in for the second game.
It's a 2/2 shaman. I could pay 1 forest and look at the top 2 cards of my library and put them back in any order. And then I'm going to cast Fertilid. It's a 0/0 elemental, but when it enters the battlefield, you get two. You get two +1/+1 counters on it. I can pay 1 and a 1 and a forest to remove a +1/+1 counter, and target player searches his or her library for a basic land card and puts it onto the battlefield tap. Then the player shuffles his or her library.
Hmm.
Alright, pass turn.
I'll play Mirror's Toll. Target player reveals any number of cards from his or her hand equal to the number of swamps I control. I may choose one of them. That player discards that card. So reveal 2 cards. From your hand.
Oh, from my hand. Reveal 2 cards from my hand.
Next time put that down so I don't see it.
Oh, why are you looking?
Oh, Pastor.
Casting Oak Gnarl Warrior. That's a 5/7 Tree Folk Warrior with Vigilance and Trample. Pass turn.
Pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate my Monswort Bridge and play the exile card without paying its mana cost if creatures I control have total power of 10 or greater. And they do. So that was Thicket Elemental. It's a 4/4 Elemental. It does have a kicker, but since I took it out of exile, it doesn't count. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, you may reveal cards from the top of your library. Yeah, but it wasn't kicked, so we're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
Okay. And 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15.
Because I can. Altar's Reap. There's an additional cost. Cast Altar's Reap, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards.
Okay. tap, concede. That's what that is?
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. A little bit of mana drought on the other side. Obviously, you can see that Nissa has, likes to get creatures out early and often. So we're going to switch decks one more time, and then we are going to do the tiebreaker.